Hey, I'm Zach, and this is Fix It, Flip It Tech Revival. Today, I'm going to walk you through how I found my niche flipping tech, everything from broken laser pointers to video game consoles. I'll show you how I built this side hustle and how you can do the same. So whether you're just here to make some money, fix some things for yourself, or you just want to learn something new, well, then you're in the right place. So I didn't just start with flipping video game consoles and computers. I was honestly just flipping everything that I could get my hands on. I would go to thrift stores and I would buy everything from books, toys, random electronics, everything. My advice to you is this though, figure out what you actually like to work on. You're going to be scrubbing them or cleaning them or getting stickers off of things, and if you don't want to be staring at 17,000 Hello Kitty dolls, then don't buy them, and that's not your niche. If you have something that you actually enjoy doing, then figure that part out first and then get into your sources for where you're going to buy them and how you're going to flip them. You'll find that you're going to get really irritated really quickly if you don't like what you're doing. So my big break came when I started volunteering at a local thrift store. I wasn't getting paid, of course, but I was getting something way better, which was inside access. Other volunteers, they would send me pictures or videos of items that would show up when I wasn't there, and I essentially was getting first dibs on everything, and that made a huge difference for me. I was able to take those items and start selling them on my eBay page before I was gaining enough profit to start buying bigger or more items on eBay. So around that same time, I put an ad on Facebook Marketplace that I would fix people's computers or upgrade their video game consoles in exchange for either retro video game consoles or other computers or computer parts. And you'd be surprised how many people were like, yeah, take this old Xbox, get my laptop working again, please. So I was able to make a few $1,000s just off of what I was getting, and the time is the only thing that it took. There wasn't really a lot of things that I had to buy for repairs other than there was one laptop I had to replace a screen. But for the most part, I had all the hard drives or anything like that. So that helped build up my inventory. And then over time, between all of the sourcing of like different thrift stores and meeting people up on Marketplace, which is a headache in itself because people are either going to be kicking the tires and saying, yeah, I want this, or meet me here, and never show up, or it's like, I'm 17 hours away, can you meet me? And you're like, what? So over time, all that sourcing from having to like drive and meet up and coordinate pickups, it started to take up way too much time. I was in the military and then I was a police officer for a while, and I didn't want to like trade one time consuming job for another, and that's exactly what I was starting to do because I just wanted to spend more time with my family is essentially why I started doing all this. And I was like, I can make a good profit with all of it, but it was starting to eat up way too much of my time. So I started using eBay to search for my untested consoles, and I found out quickly that I needed to search smarter. And what I mean by that is I was shown all sorts of different items, all different price variances, and I couldn't figure out why even like the lowest price filter wasn't showing me the lowest price. And I was like baffled at why I couldn't find a good price on eBay for items that I wanted to buy. So let me show you what I mean by that. We're going to pull up eBay, and we're going to do GameCube console untested. Let me just do it as a fresh search so we can get it. Okay, so this is sorting by best match, and it's saying new listing $65, new listing $35, new listing $48. So at first it seems like just new listings, and then immediately it's not new. This one's a Japanese one, this one's $45 with free shipping, this one's $60 with $20 shipping, and it doesn't really feel like it makes a lot of sense. We're going to go lowest price, sort by price plus shipping, lowest first. Alright, we've got $13.79 and $12.99 delivery. So combined, it's saying that this right here is the cheapest GameCube console untested. So this is showing up as GameCube because this smart eBayer added Nintendo Wii GameCube console because these Wiis were able to play GameCube discs. And we're seeing it for, what is that, $27. All right. and then it's going to go up increasing from here plus delivery. So you'd think that this was the cheapest Wii possible. Well, what if we did Wii console? We're at $9.20, $11, $12, $13, $8 plus $6, so at $14. But we can see cheaper as well if we go time ending soonest. This one's 22. Let's see. This one's 17. I know we're going to find dollar ones. I promise I'm not shopping. I'm just looking. Alright, what my point is here, even like this one right here, gaming system with 6 accessories. This is $40 total, and it's ending in 19 hours. So the advantage that we just got was, one, this item is actually ending soon. So if I bid on it, I'm not going to have days of other people bidding on it. And the other benefit is this search is just strictly what's ending soonest. When you start searching for an item and you just start with lowest price, that filter is algorithm controlled. So eBay isn't actually showing you the cheapest listing. It's kind of like Facebook ads. So have you ever looked up a product one time ever, or thought about it, and suddenly your entire Facebook is bombarded with ads for that one item or item type, and Google is just completely riddled with ads for it? That's an algorithm at work. So it's looking at your behavior, your clicks, your location, your age range if they have it, and the item that they decide to show you. So eBay's doing the same thing with their algorithm. It's taking into account things like seller feedback, shipping speed, the photos that are on the item, how many people have clicked it or watched the item, and then they're going to decide which listing that you get to see. So even if something is cheaper, you might actually not see it unless you start digging for it. So that was a big trick that I learned, was just always do ending soonest, and you'll just see what's expiring like the quickest, which is also good, like I said, because you're not going to be fighting a bunch of people. The other big thing that changes what you start seeing is if you go over here where all of these categories are, I'm going to go down to US only, and then I'm also going to go into see all, benefits charity, and search and description, and apply. Now you can go back and undo that benefits charity if it's not helping, but this one, I didn't see this earlier when I was just looking through for Wii. Let's see, this is maybe a 40, this one's 26, this is 25. This one's actually a good price for what it is. I know it sounds weird because it's a Wii U, but that gamepad makes it worth a lot more. And then you start getting into just a whole bunch of them. Usually these are untested, these say tested. But the other big benefit that I get from purchasing, oh, this is a good one. The other big benefit that I get from purchasing from Benefits Charity is that, is this a Goodwill? Sometimes I can tell by the picture, but this one actually says it really small up here. So this is a Goodwill, and look at that, $10, 5 games. So there's a couple benefits that you get from this. So $7 shipping, and it's $10, ends in a day. We're just going to put a heart on that just because that's great. One is, it says with accessory and 5 games. If this was an individual that was selling the items, typically you'll see that they're listing each game and the value of the game, and they're just concerned about making this huge profit off the games, and it's always overly expensive. But when you do, like Goodwill for instance, these people listed it as 5 games because sometimes people don't feel like adding the price of it. And this is a Wii LAN adapter, which, let me see, I'm not positive, I haven't bought one of these in a while, but by itself these are selling for like $20. So this thing's great, and just the LAN adapter is almost the whole value, and this Wii controller, which still has like what appears to be almost a original packaging on it. Those are $20 in themselves. So this is awesome, and we wouldn't have found it unless we searched for benefits charity. Sorry, I was looking in the background of these. The only thing that I can say about when you're buying it from a thrift store like this, though, is that for the most part it was donated, and sometimes that means that it doesn't work. And for us, that's good because I like to fix stuff. Once I had a pretty good inventory, I knew that I needed better photos, so I hit the Dollar Tree and I bought some of those big white poster boards so that I could build like a little photo box. It doesn't look like anything fancy because it's 100% not. So I know that that light box doesn't look like much, but I'm going to show you what it looks like when you're actually taking pictures and then posting it. So this is my orders, and scroll down some. You can see it's not like the best light box in the world, right? But it still makes it look clean. Like I'm not using my kitchen counter or trying to figure out a place in the house. So that's how I found my niche. I just really didn't have all the answers. I just followed what I liked. I learned what I didn't. I learned to cut out the things that wasn't making money. And if you're trying to build your own flipping hustle, I guess my biggest advice is just start with what actually interests you and then be consistent with it, because consistency really builds momentum on eBay. Hey, if this video helped you, be sure to like and subscribe. From here on, I'm going to be showing you how to break down, repair, or soft mod PCs and consoles so you can fix it, flip it, and make it work for you. Thanks for watching.